Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we're checking out the AM8 PREYERT 2. Now, this one's an S90V, which I think is awesome. I love seeing S90V, and it's got really beautiful micro-milled titanium, or a micro-milled titanium frame lock. The milling on it looks really good. I love all the lines and, you know, the cuts in it. It looks really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of their Karaki, which I really like. And I'm hoping to get the new version of that has a regular grind on it. Anyways, so this one, beautiful straight clip point blade. Love the swedge on the top, geometry. It's not super thick, not super thin, kind of a happy medium area. It should slice really good. Then you have multiple deployments. So you have the flipper tab. Good jimping on the flipper tab, nice and grippy. Solid detent, easy to snap out there. You have a nice comfortable flipper tab, so you have a good placement for your finger and you can get a lot of pressure when you snap it down. It's not too small, doesn't seem too big, and it works great. Then you have the hole deployment, which if you see they have this chamfer on each side so you can get down to it. So I can do it left-handed because I can just use the clip to put my finger, and right-handed. And then you also can thumb flick it. Because of this ramp right here, you can get it right down into that hole and flick it. Same thing with the reverse flick. Get your finger down in there and pow. So the action's good. Ergonomics, comfortable, pretty good. You know, I do feel the clip a little bit right here in this area, but it's not a hot spot. I'm just aware of it, and I can always choke up. Pinch grips, you know, for opening things up and doing utility cuts will be somewhat decent. It's not the lowest tip, but, you know, it'll work. You still have the ability to get to the tip. You can turn it around. You can do push cuts and things like that. Now, couple things. One, the access to the lock bar is very good, and I do like the access. However, it's a little bit thin right here. You see that platform right there? It's nice and comfortable, but then it's kind of sharp at the same time. So it's not a bad, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a little bit narrow right here. And it, you know, it feels a little sharp. Not cut me sharp, just pressure sharp. So, you know, that's one thing. And then my biggest negative to this, there's actually two. One, sharpening, choil, and plunge grind. We got to get better sharpening, choil, and plunge grinds. I'm going to pull up a couple plunge grinds that are done very well. Here is one. You can see the plunge grind starts here, ends here, and you have a lot of life to sharpen off. Another one, you can see right here, same thing. You can see right where the plunge grind starts and ends. You have a lot of life to sharpen off. One more. You can see where it starts, you can see where it ends. You can sharpen off all of this metal before you ever hit the plunge grind. Now this one, the plunge grind starts here and it ends here. So you only have a couple sharpenings before you hit the plunge grind. So I prefer a lot more sharpenings, especially with a premium knife. Now, it's okay. It's not horrifying. You know, you'll be able to get a couple good sharpenings, you know, especially if you're careful. But after that, you're definitely going to hit the plunge grind. Now, my biggest complaint, because that is not the biggest complaint. My biggest complaint is the clip tension. The clip tension is very tight. So you have the micro milling that's underneath there, so putting it in and out of the pocket is not good at all on this one. Now, I think they're going to lessen the strength, and I can do that also, so I'm probably just going to bend it up. I'm going to bend it and take a little tension off of it. But another thing is these little, the cutouts for the lock bar are right behind the thing, so when you pull it in and out, you're going to hit these, and this has sharp corners. This should be on the inside, not the outside. So take these and move them to the inside, not the outside. That way you can, you know, prevent from this catching your pockets going in, because it does. So, you know, that's my biggest complaint, is the tension of the clip. But my one last little nitpick is T6s. T6s all the way around. I do not like T6s. I'd rather just see T8s. This is a premium knife. We do not want T6s. Make it T8s. One bit across the board. But all in all, I do like the knife. I think it's well done, well built. You know, of course, I have a couple little nitpicks, not that big of a deal. I will be testing it out and carrying it. And, you know, yeah, I think it's a solid knife. I do like it. And I love the style. I love the look. I love that it's unique. And that's one thing I got to give Miguron credit for. So let's have a round of applause, because these guys are trying to push the limits. They are pushing the envelope. They're trying to do things a little bit differently, things that stand out, their own stuff. And they're not, you know, just doing boring stuff. They're at least trying to do innovative stuff and, you know, designs that maybe you don't see on every single knife. But anyways, there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.